Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. We're the Cookery Shuffle Guys. This is episode 82. We're the Cookery Shuffle Guys. I'm Joe.
I'm Dave.
And
I'm Sara.
Oh my God. I mean, yeah,
I
that's
beat
fair.
you to it.
That's fair. I feel like that's the only way to go about it now. Sarah's
they all
here again.
know who she is.
Yeah, we all know who Sara is.
Surprise.
They all know who Sara is. And Sarah's our side host, so she's allowed to introduce herself. So, Sara, what's new?
You know, not too much.
Okay.
Pretty boring. I'm still in grad school. Still working.
Mm-hmm. But not that other
Doctor-
job. Like you quit that one. That was forever ago, though, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
that's late news.
Oh my God. But wait. She texted me and was like, want to come and work? And I was like, no.
What was this job again?
The interior design store.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
She was like, do you want to come and work? And I ghosted her. I didn't answer.
Oh my gosh. That's good though. That's like, I'm proud of you for saying no.
Some boundaries, you know?
She didn't say no.
I didn't say no.
She just didn't answer.
Oh, that's still saying no in my opinion.
Yeah, but like it's not as good
Yeah, that's fair.
because it wasn't the polite thing to do.
Yeah, you should have been like,
Right.
fuck you,
My
bitch.
bad.
That would have been more polite than ghosting her.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Um,
would you rather be ghosted or someone just say, "Hey, fuck off"?
I'd probably rather have someone say, hey, fuck off.
Exactly.
Yeah, because then I just know.
Because then you have that closure. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
But that
humans
to
want
me
closure.
to me that door was already closed.
Well, to her it wasn't.
It's unfortunate.
How did you end things again? Like,
She
She
asked me to
just
come in.
ghosted her and stopped showing up to work. Fuck.
Pretty much. I said, yeah, this is my last day. And then I
Oh.
never came back.
Well, that's like, hey, fuck off.
Kinda.
Yeah.
well, she should have got it. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
should have got the
Ghosting
hint.
was
That's
the
on
right-
her. Yeah, fuck that
ghosting was
bitch.
the right way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was. So the price of gas just like jumped up 20 cents the other day down here in Florida.
Oh, great.
So now it's like just shy of $3. Like literally, right? It's like $2.95. So it fucking blows. I had been waiting to get gas because the price was kind of like going down every couple of days. It would drop another cent. And I go, okay, I'll wait a little bit. I usually wait until Thursdays to get gas because that's payday. And fucking Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, price went up 20 cents. And I was like, my gas light's on. So I fucking need gas. So I had to fucking spend $2.95 a gallon for gas the day that it went up. And I was mad, but it brought me to the question of like, I wait a long, like I will push my car to the very end of its gas tank. to get
I
gas.
saw
I used to do that.
I saw the thing on TikTok. These two guys were talking about when they fill up their gas, and the one dude was like, "If I'm at work and it's on E, I'll drive home."
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I saw that video too.
And
Am I the
then
only one
the-
who hasn't seen this video?
Yeah, it's the FRDI guys.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we talked about those guys last week too.
Yeah, so they were talking about, and the one guy was like, "Yeah, quarter tank," and I'm like, "I'm right there with you, bud. Quarter tank,
You fill up a quarter of a tank?
quarter
Mm-mm.
tank." And sometimes, just like he said, he was like, "If it's at half a tank and I'm feeling it, yeah, fill it up."
No.
No way. So I used to do the same thing. I used to push my car. I knew in high school with my first car, when my gas light came on, I knew I could get back and forth from my house to my high school 5 times without having to get gas. I tried to push it for a 6th time and I ran
then
out of
it ran
gas.
out. Yeah.
That's why I know that it's 5. But my new car, she's a fancy bitch and she tells me how many miles I have left.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't play with that because my friend, we've had her on the podcast, Kristen. Her car does that. It says X amount of miles till empty.
Yeah.
But once you get too low, it just stops telling you that. That number just turns into a mystery.
It says
It says
almost empty, or
yeah,
just
or
like,
it just like it says please.
No.
So like we were driving from Orlando to Buffalo, and I was the one driving at the time, and I go, we're gonna wait to get gas until 1, we were playing a game, and I wanted to finish the game. 2, I go, you got plenty of time, and we're gonna wait till we get to we're gonna push it all the way. Like I want to roll into the gas station with no gas left. Like we're going as far as we can. I wanted to
That's
cover as
stressful.
much ground. And so like I was looking and it said like 20 miles to empty. And I go, nothing but time. And then all of a sudden I look back 10 minutes later I know we haven't gone 20 miles in 10 minutes, and the number's just gone, and it just goes almost empty. Please fill up. And I go, I don't fucking know where we're at now, and there's no gas station in sight for the next several miles.
Mine doesn't do that.
And that's why you fill up at a quarter of a tank.
Mine will say I have 2 miles left.
Well, good for you, because
I
some
usually
cars don't.
I usually go when it has 25. Single digits is way too close for comfort for me. My one friend would drive my car at school, and they would bring it back, and it was like 4 miles. And granted, the gas station was like right around the corner from school, but I would be like, 4 miles? Like, single digits is way too close for comfort. I'll eat, like, maybe if I'm feeling it at 50, I'll go get miles, or go get gas, but go get miles.
Go grab a couple miles.
just throw them right in there. But
I looked up, so like I said, I will push my car until it's like chugging. Like there was one time I was leaving work and my car, like I couldn't put it into 5th gear because like it just didn't have enough power anymore. Like there was not enough gas in that. It was just fumes. So I had to just keep it in 1st gear and just go 2 miles an hour to the gas station. But like I will let the gas light come on and then I will still keep driving it. And because I looked up one time, I go, how much, like, what does a gas light mean? Like when that little gas tank light pops up, how much do I really have? And so I looked it up and I go, 2008 Subaru Forester, how much fucking gas do I have left after the gas light comes on? And they were like anywhere from another 30 to 60 miles you can drive with that gas light on. And I go, oh my God, that's beautiful. 30 to 60 miles. I live 2 miles from work. I can drive this bitch forever. And now that's a big range, 30 to 60. So you really you're playing with fire there. But I mean, to this day, like my car has run out of gas on not this car, but like the Nova has run out of gas multiple times. And I would just keep doing it until my car's that empty and I'm rolling into a gas station.
I haven't run out of gas in my new car. Granted, I've only had my new car for 2 years.
Yeah.
But my other car, I think it's my car on my program was about maybe 4 or 5 times. One of which was driving to my program. We ran out of gas in Georgia.
Oh, you told that story before.
Yeah. And then I also had to jump that car a lot. Like that's how I learned how to jump a car. Because sometimes I would just stop driving it and turn it off and like go into the store, and then I would try to turn it back on and it wouldn't. And so then I had to get my little. It's like the most handy thing I know how to do is how to jump a car.
Right. I mean, that's helpful because a lot of people don't know how to do that.
And my mom got me this really fun thing because it was happening to me all the time. So it was like a power bank. So I didn't need another car. I just plugged the cables into this thing and jumped it that way.
Yeah.
So I could do it all by myself.
Anyways.
So Dave, you'll fill up at fucking half a tank?
I maybe once I filled up a half a tank, but it's usually between I have 65 miles left to go, or like 80 miles left to go, somewhere in between there, because that's when my line hits quarter of a tank, somewhere between there.
That's wild.
And then we'll fill her up.
Half a tank is full to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's just. I mean, I have no worries about running out of gas, or no, like, what am I trying to say? I have no worry about, what am I trying to say?
I don't know. I'm very eager to hear it though.
Hold on. It's not like I have to push it to where like, oh my God, I have to push it like this 70 miles because I don't have money in my bank or anything. Which is like, I don't know. I still don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, like, to that point, I think I kind of know what you're saying. But like, when I first got a car, I was like broke as fuck. Now I'm still broke as fuck. But like, I always have money for gas. I'm never worried that I won't have money for gas. But like, I was always in that mindset of like, I just need to put any money that I have in my tank right now, just so I can get somewhere, which was usually school. And I'm like, so I got $20 from fucking I don't even know where. There's half a tank of gas right there. And like, there would be times I would go to the gas station in high school and put $5 in my tank just so I had a little bit of something. Yeah, I used to just put $5 in.
Mine's always quarter of a tank to full. That's insane.
There was
From
a lot
when
of
I got my first car, it's always just full.
Yeah.
so I used to always pay for my gas in cash. Like I always tried to have cash on me to pay for my gas
Yeah.
because in New Jersey,
You don't pump your own gas.
I don't pump my own gas. And then I found out that if you wanted to pay with cash, you had to go inside when you have to pump your own gas in like
Yeah.
Florida and when I was doing it in Massachusetts. So now I just pay with my card all the time.
Yeah, there will be
Because
times.
I have every time I've pumped my own gas, I have never gone in and been like this much on this tank. I just do it myself. The
Oh,
less steps of the whole pumping gas thing that I
yeah.
have to go through, the better.
That's how I was.
for
I would
me.
literally be like, "Can I get?" I'm almost positive I handed the person a $5 bill once, and I go, "Can I get $5?" Now, granted, back then, gas was like under $2 a gallon, so like I was still getting a decent amount for $5, like enough to
Mhm.
get me to where I needed to go for the next week, which wasn't many places. But like if I do it now, it's always like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like eyeballing. I'm like, 30 might get me to close to full, which I guess is fine.
So, Joe, now let me ask you something. I'll give you a scenario. And
Yeah.
Sarah, we'll give you guys a scenario.
All right.
Now, this doesn't have to happen to Joe anymore because he doesn't live where there's snow. But let's just say he's back home with his car and you're driving and he's on half of a quarter of a tank.
An eighth of a
Okay.
tank.
An eighth of a tank. Thank you. So he's driving and now he gets stuck.
Well, I
And
guess
now
I'm
he's
fucked.
And now here I am sitting pretty with
A full tank of gas.
Your full tank of gas.
a full tank of gas or whatever because I filled up at a quarter, and I'm 3 cars ahead of Joe, and he's just dying back there, and he knocks on my window. I'm like, nah, get in your fucking eighth of a tank of gas car, okay?
I don't know. I
See how
just
long
like
Fucked up
that'll
on your
last you.
part. It's fucked up on your part.
I just like that was never a concern of mine. Like I was never going anywhere where I was going to get stuck in my car in the snow.
But if you get stuck, you want your car to last long.
I mean,
Being
yeah,
honest,
you
if
do.
you need to.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I 100% agree, and that's smart. And like Dad always used to tell us, like, oh, like if it's cold and you're below a quarter of a tank, like the gas could freeze, which I'm pretty sure is a myth. I don't think
I've
like
heard
the
that
freezing
too.
temperature of gasoline is like significantly lower than everybody else thinks it is.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen, but I'm just saying, if you're just
Yeah, like
blasting
if
your heat 'cause you're cold,
you're worried about running out of gas.
then your heat is going to really just use up that gas.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was never a concern of mine. Like I was never if the snow was bad, I wasn't driving.
It's also fair.
Yeah.
Like the snow never got bad enough mid-drive for me to be like, I should pull over. Like there was a drive to Oswego one time. I was going, it was like late at night. I was probably driving at like 10 p.m. or something like that back to college. And there was a snowstorm. And like, I couldn't see dog shit in front of me. It was bad. Like, and like when you're driving in the snow, and you've got, headlights on, it like all you see is like, it's like looking at a static TV. Like that's all it is. You cannot see anything.
Oh yeah.
And so like, I'm like, I should stop, but I don't want to be the sorry sack of shit that gets stuck in the snow on the side of the road. So I was like, I'll just, put on my fog lights and hope for the best.
I've driven in some super scary conditions that I probably never should have driven in.
Yeah.
I've pulled over before because the rain is so
fuck
bad.
That. No, I drive through anything.
Oh my God. So that when it's raining and it's dark outside, I like
same shit. It's like looking through a fucking static TV. Like you cannot see anything.
No, I don't even like driving at night in general, and then driving in the rain I also hate. So combining the two of them together is literally my worst nightmare.
Yeah, it's bad. Or like driving in the fog at night. Oh fuck that. Like
it doesn't bother me.
It bothers me when I can't fucking see shit. Like it doesn't. It's not like it scares me. It just bothers me. I like because like your immediate instinct is to be like, I can't see. Let me turn on more light. Let me turn on my high beams.
That's a bad idea.
And then your car goes, hey, or the weather goes, hey, eat my ass. Here's some snow, rain, and or fog. And you're fucked. You got to turn on your fog lights for all that shit, which is why they have fog lights.
Well, I think. Oh, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
In fog, it's the worst to turn on your high beams. Like,
oh yeah, you might as well fucking blind yourself.
Yeah, but for like rain, I mean, I really don't. That doesn't bother me.
I can tell you right now, snow high beams, same thing. Don't turn it on because that snow is white as shit and will reflect on your corneas, and you will be blind. It fucking sucks. They got to create something that just like, slices through the water.
Invent it. You'll be a millionaire.
I will. Speaking of lights, one of my car lights, my headlights is out right now and has been for the past few weeks. And I'm just way too lazy. I have the headlight because the other one went out and I only replaced one of them, which I should have replaced both because that's what everybody says you should do is replace both. Sure enough, a couple weeks later, the other one goes out and now I'm just lazy to replace it. So I just drive with my fog lights and one headlight on. I don't give a
You know what to do? You know what to do if you get pulled over for that?
What?
You tell them, "Oh my God, I had no idea."
Oh, well, obviously not going to be like, "Yeah, I know."
I did that.
Went out for like a week. Your buddy last week stopped me.
I did that one time. I got pulled over driving home from my grandma's at
and
night.
You were like, "I know."
Yeah. The officer goes, "Do you know you have a taillight out?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "You should probably get that fixed." And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever been pulled over, so I was a little freaked out.
And you just said, "Yeah." You were like, "Yeah, it's been out for like 10 years now, and I'll just get to it when I get to it." And he goes, "Oh, here's a ticket."
He actually didn't give me a ticket. He was nice.
Yeah.
It was the only other time I've been pulled over and didn't get a ticket.
And a taillight's a serious thing because that
Braking.
affects other people.
Yeah.
Headlights, not so much. If you've got one on, they can still see you coming, but.
Yeah.
I got pulled over. On top of cars, I have two stories. One about I was driving at night, and Joe, we're like gonna give away the location again, but
good.
You're going towards Union, that bend when it starts to bend just on Clinton.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you don't. Either way, so I'm going this way, and the cop is coming this way, and as soon as he like sees me, I immediately just like, he's already slowing down, and he pops you. I'm like, how did this dude was already turning around like with his lights on before how could he tell that I was speeding if I was? I was like, I don't think I was.
Yeah.
So
he was just ready to turn around on you.
Yeah, like I was like, is this guy itching just to pull somebody over? Like okay, next car I see, I'm pulling him over. So he follows me for like, I don't know, half a mile.
To interject really quick, having a cop follow you when you know it's a cop is the worst thing in the world.
Oh, terrifying.
Because one, their lights are always bright as shit and you can't see anything. That's annoying. Yeah. That should be illegal. Two, they just like, they're on your ass and you're like, just turn your lights on and pull me over. Get it over with.
I hate the, like, all these new cars have like the brightest lights I've ever seen in the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't see.
They're like
I can't
blue.
look out my mirror.
Yeah, they're awful.
They suck.
I'm like, oh my Lord. I was like, there's no way my lights look like this.
No, there's not a chance.
Like, everybody's got LED high beams on 24/7.
My lights are dimmer than dog shit again. I keep bringing back dog shit, but like, I cannot see anything with my headlights and they can see Mars or some shit. Like, my God.
So he follows me for like, I don't know, quarter of a mile. And then finally pulls me over. And I'm like, okay, I don't. And now after he's following me, I'm like, going 40. I'm going exactly 40. Like, I don't, are you pulling me over? What's going on? So he pulls me over. He said, I pulled you over because your headlight is out. And I'm like, oh, okay. I honestly thought, I told him, I was like, I thought you were following me because I was speeding back there, but whatever. He's like, no. I'm just going to write you a ticket, but you just got to go get it fixed and then you'll be good to go. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I fixed that. And since he also asked for my license, registration, and all that, you got to have like all three documents: registration, insurance, and whatever. I didn't have my registration.
That's bad. You should have that.
Yeah. Because this was just as I got the van in my name and Mom still had the registration in her purse or whatever. So after I get home, I go, give me the fucking registration, Mom. I'm about to get another ticket because I don't have all three form documents.
Did you fight the ticket, though? Because you wouldn't have had to pay it, because that's what I did.
No, he was just like, yeah, just next time. Or he was like, just make sure you have all three documents because you can get a ticket for that. And I go, oh.
I don't know if I told this story.
I got a ticket for that.
I think I meant to tell this story forever ago on the podcast. When I was driving home one time, I was in West Virginia. Fuck that state.
Oh, yeah.
And I got pulled over for speeding because the speed I may have told the story, I don't remember. The speed like went from 70 to 50 in like, you know, at a red light. So I was like, well, fuck. So I got pulled over, and he was like, the cop was pretty nice about it, but he gave me a ticket, of course. And I go, well, I'm not fucking coming back to West Virginia to fight it or to go to court or any of that thing. So like, of course, for that, you have to just plead guilty and fucking pay the fine.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to fucking call the fucking courthouse or the number on I don't remember who I was calling, but the number was on the ticket. And I go, yeah, like I was told to call this number and blah, 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 blah. And she goes, so you plead guilty? I go, well, I'm not going to plead not guilty over the phone. So yeah, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And they go, okay, it's like, I don't remember how much it was. It was like $125. And I go, oh, that's not bad. Like,
that was what my parking ticket was when I got pulled over for running a red light.
No, that's some bullshit.
And they were like, well, you plead guilty and they'll probably reduce it to a parking ticket. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like,
it's like, if all this shit gets reduced anyways, why not just write me a parking ticket? Or better yet, just stop writing tickets. Traffic infractions are stupid anyways.
So I got pulled over and I got 3 tickets at once. 3.
That beats my record of 2.
I never want to get in a car.
Me?
Either of you.
Listen, Tyler was in the car with me, and my 2 were bullshit, and you can ask Tyler that.
So the reason I got pulled over was very accurate. I didn't get a ticket for that, though, which was very nice because I probably would have ended up with points on my license. I was talking on the phone.
like straight up, just
like straight up, like
phone to
talking
ear
on the phone. So
Don't
I
you know
see
what
the lights
speed
go.
is?
It was my old car, and there was a lot happening there, so I just picked up the phone because it was just easier. I see the lights come behind me, and I just
You yeeted your phone?
yeah. Phone to the trunk, way behind me. And he was like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, I don't know. And he was
Beats
like,
me.
it's like, I definitely think you were talking on your phone. And I was like,
You're like, I don't even know where my phone is, sir.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, well, I saw you throw it at your fucking back window, so I think I know where it is.
And this is when the panic starts to set in, and I'm like,
no, you lie through your teeth.
I was like, yeah, I was on the phone. I'm sorry. It's in the trunk. I threw it back there. I'm sorry.
You admitted. You never admit to shit. You lie to police officers until the day you die.
And then I had like stuff, I still do, but had other stuff hanging from my mirror in my car.
That's such bullshit.
So then I got a nice obstruction of view ticket.
Yeah.
And then he asked me for my license, registration, insurance. And I panicked and didn't know which one it was. And I handed him like 8 different documents. And I was like,
you're like, can you sort through this for me?
And I said, I don't know. I don't know. And he like is throwing the documents back at me in the car. And he goes, yeah, I don't see either your registration or your insurance here. So I got a ticket for failing to produce both of them. Both of which I found out after I went through everything with my mom when I told her the story, were in the car.
Yeah.
So I fought the 2 tickets and I didn't have to pay them. I said they were in the car. I just didn't know which one they were. Your officer was intimidating me because he was throwing them back at me. I was so nervous just because I was freaked out. I got pulled over.
I just threw my phone in the trunk.
And then I was like, but I'll pay the obstruction of view ticket. Yeah, there's stuff hanging from my mirror. And I'm standing like in court, like, and I'm like shaking. And the judge goes, well, I bet you probably aren't going to talk on your cell phone anymore, huh? And I was like, oh, that's in that report? And she was like, yeah, that's in the report.
And you were like, actually, sorry. I talked on myself on the way over here. Eat my ass.
And I was like, yeah, no, I won't do that anymore.
I'll tell you, they say like it takes X amount of times for people, like a certain amount of tickets, like after you get pulled over, let's say 3 times, for you to finally stop doing what you've been pulled over for those 3 times. Mm-hmm. I will never stop speeding.
Oh, I won't. I've never been pulled over for speeding, but I still.
I have. I've gotten it West Virginia, home, which that one was bullshit again. And then I did get pulled over down here. I didn't get a ticket for it though. I was on my way to work and I was flooring it. I mean, I wasn't flooring. I was going like 50 and a 35. So 15 over. And I saw the cop and I go, I'm fucked. And the second I said that, he turned his lights on. He was just sitting on the side of the road waiting for anybody. And I was like, yeah. And he didn't give me a ticket. He goes, he was like, I was like, I'm on my way to work. I'm running a little bit late. I was not running a little bit late. You lie through your teeth to police until the day you die. After this, it took like a good 15 minutes with this traffic stop. And they finally let me go with a warning. And I still got to work 10 minutes early. So I was like, yeah, fuck, let's go. Because it was like I had just started at Safaris. So I was still learning how long it takes me to get to work from where I was living.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had also just previously moved into a new house as well. So
why speed? Why do you have to speed?
You speed too.
Speed?
I go 5 to 8 miles over the speed limit.
It's always 10 over.
I'm going 10. At least 10.
There's sometimes
I'm
never going 15 over unless I'm on the throughway.
Oh, if I'm on the throughway, I'm flying. But I'll drive down the main road here that I have to drive down to get to work. The speed limit's I think 55. I will go easily. The other day I woke up late for work. I was going 90 down to 35.
Yeah, I don't do that.
No, I will. Fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I
got to get somewhere. I can't get a point. I need to be on time.
Neither does the tree that's going to be in your windshield.
Yeah,
but I don't get caught, do I? But that's the thing is they say it takes X amount of times for you to learn your lesson. It's I'm gonna speed. Because they always say oh, you won't get pulled over if you're going 7 over.
So every time you've gotten a speeding ticket, 2 times, right? A ticket for speeding.
Yeah.
No points have gone on your license.
No.
You haven't had to take a defensive driving class.
The first.
You'll learn if they actually do their fucking job.
That's true, yeah.
Hey, yeah, let's just let these guys off going 90 and a 40.
Oh, 90 and a 40. If you were going 50 over like that, if I'd gotten caught when I was going 90 miles an hour down to 35, I would have been arrested.
Bananas.
Yeah, that's true. I guess 15 over, they're like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, so the very first ticket I ever got, was I think it might have been the time that I got 2 in one stop, and I had to go Rachel and I together went to a defensive driving course because a week before Rachel had also gotten pulled over for speeding, and so they reduced both of them to a parking ticket and said we had to go to a defensive driving course, and I was like, okay, that's fucking stupid. And so we sat in the stupid defensive driving course, and it sucks dick, and it makes you not want to ever speed again.
See, I'm sure if you did that 3 times.
Oh, if I went to that course 3 times, I'd never speed again. I'd make sure I never got caught again.
There's a difference.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It just those courses suck. I mean, stuff sticks with you. I still remember, the one thing I remember from this course was how, long it, the distance it takes you to stop your vehicle, depending on how fast you're going. So, if there's, something that, a kid runs out into the road in front of you, the amount of time it takes your brain to process what's happening and then send a signal to your foot to slam on the brake and bring your car to a stop. If you're going 60 miles an hour, it takes you, I don't know the exact numbers anymore. Let's say it takes you 300 feet to stop your car. Bringing it from 60 down to 0 it takes 300 feet. If that kid's 150 feet in front of you, say bye-bye to Timmy because he's fucking dead.
Oh, no.
And so that's what they talked about in this defensive driving course. And I go, damn, that's fucking terrifying. Timmy better not run out in front of my car.
At 90 miles an hour.
At 90 miles an hour, because I'm never going to see him. He's going to be there and gone in a matter of seconds.
The other day I was driving these kids were playing soccer and their ball rolled out in front of the car next to me. He was already stopped and then it just kept rolling. I'm like, why is this guy stopping? So I started slowing down because I was like,
something fishy's going on, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a weird. It wasn't we were a football field away from the red light. It was there's no stop sign in it, whatever. So I see him slowing down, and I'm like, wait. What? So I start slowing, and I see the soccer ball roll in front of me, and I'm like, I was gonna get out and just give it to the kid because they were just standing over there.
Yeah,
if my ball's going out there, I'm standing on the end of the road, oh, I don't want to
Yeah,
get
you're
hit.
like, don't.
Or like, yeah, I'm like, So,
well, because the amount of
they're
times
just
that
like,
Dave, you and I as kids, like a ball would roll out into the road and a car would hit it, and just you hear that loud pop, and you're just like, God,
yeah,
fun's over now.
there goes another one. There was just Joe. I don't know if you remember this. I'm sure you do. Joe, kicked my soccer ball like to me, and either I'm just gonna blame Joe that it was a horrible kick.
Sure, that's fair.
And it rolls, and a fucking 18 wheeler
Oh,
comes by and just gone. It's just the loudest pop ever, and I just bawled my eyes.
Yeah.
I was like,
Aw.
soccer ball.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember
Yeah.
the time when
That's
we were
wild.
like out in front of the house? I think we were like down the path to the farm, but like still like out towards the guardrail there. And
Throwing snowballs?
we threw a snowball at the car. This motherfucker,
Yeah.
Sarah, this bastard, fucking, we threw a snowball
think I
right
threw
at
that,
his
right?
fuck. I don't remember who threw it. One of us threw the snowball right at this guy's fucking passenger side window. And
No. It went. I don't know if we weren't aiming for cars. First of all, I don't think we were. We could have been, but I think we were just we were just like throwing them as cars were going, but like over, or seeing if we can make it in front of the car before it went.
maybe
And
something
I'm
like that. Yeah,
pretty sure I threw the snowball, and the guy just like ran into it with his windshield.
that
And
makes
now
sense.
some-
That might be accurate.
Some snow, I don't know, it might have ice in it, blah, blah, blah. So either way, me and Joe, we see his brake lights turn on, and we just
Immediately,
run down the hill.
we haul ass, and he pulls into our fucking driveway, just right in. Because like, so like the path. So like, if I can give you an example, so like, let's say this is our driveway, right? Here's the road. Like, this is where you would pull into our driveway. The road's right here. We're all the way fucking down here, where the driveway meets the path down to the farm, because we've got a big fucking driveway. So like, we're pretty, like, we're 100 yards away from, maybe 50 yards away from the entrance to our driveway. And so like, we throw the snowball, hits this guy's windshield, brake lights come on, we run thinking he's gonna like stop and like see us, and it's like late at night too. And then he pulls into our driveway, and we're like, oh fuck. And like, I think he went up, or like our dad walked outside at the same time.
Yeah.
And he talked shit, and we got in. I mean, we didn't get in so much trouble because we were just goofing off, like.
Yeah.
But like, our dad definitely said something to us afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure he just was like, "Yeah, just don't do it."
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
He was like, because you never know, like, there could be a rock or there could be ice, and like, what if he broke his windshield? And it's like, well, don't tell him to fucking be careful driving. Watch out for snow.
So here's a drawing of
Oh, so now we're gonna get a map of the Sharky house.
well, so this is the driveway.
Okay.
This is the patch of grass, and this is the thing leading down to the path that we like ran down after we. hit
Oh,
the car.
okay.
Yeah.
We were like here throwing it, and this is the
Oh,
road. So we threw
okay.
it. This guy passes. He turns around.
I like that you added a tree.
I was gonna. I thought it was.
That tree
There's
is
a tree
there. There is that tree there.
There's a tree, and then and we ran down this path, and
Okay.
and then we saw him talking to our dad, and then we just.
And then he
Try to
just
walk
whistled
back
for us
up.
because we're like, we were raised as dogs, so our dad
Yeah,
just
yeah. My
whistles
dad
and
did
we
that
come
too.
running. Yeah,
He's like, I
Yeah.
can't do it, but
and we come
it's a loud
running.
ass whistle. Any high pitched whistle, I'm always
Oh, my head!
turning
It's
my
like
head.
it's like Sarah. If you hear hissing, how you just like snap.
Yeah.
Well, you just said your dad whistled too, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I hear a whistle, I'm like, Dad, Ma, is that you?
There? Are you there?
Yeah, I could be at work and hear a whistle, and I just go, Dad, what? Hello?
Pops, that you?
Oh God.
I went to get my car inspected the other day, and my check engine light has been on for like
Oh,
on and off for
Yeah.
like past 3 weeks.
mine's been on for the past 2 years, so.
So it doesn't pass inspection if that's on.
Mhm.
So that morning, I like turned my key like 15 times, turned it off. Okay.
Nice.
So yeah.
You know what's even quicker than that?
Taking your battery out?
Yeah, just disconnect your battery and reconnect it, and it'll.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad told me that, and I was like, that seems like too much work. I'm just going to turn the key 4 times. So, because I learned that, I heard that's from somewhere, whatever. So I was like, I think this is what you do, and I just kept turning my key, whatever. It turned off. So I drive there. It's still off. Whatever. Park it, still off. Turn off the key, go inside. Now I'm waiting there because I'm like, yeah, I'll just chill out here till they're done with it, whatever. They bring it in. He told them about the light. He was like, all right, well, I'll check, the whatever. And then the mechanic walks in. He goes, if you don't mind me asking, why was your check engine light on? I go, beats me, dude. You're the fucking mechanic.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't on. But he was like, yeah, it wasn't on the whole time I was doing the inspection. And as soon as I finished and he put the new sticker on and everything, pulled it out, and
it turns on. Nice.
And I go,
but it passed.
Fuck it. Yeah, he was like, you're lucky, man. And he's like, do you want me to just scan it to see what it is? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So he scans it. He gives me the code of what it is. It's an ignition coil. So I go home, buy the ignition coil, fucking replace it, and the light's still on.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, that sucks.
I'm like, what? And so then I'm telling the guy at work, he's like, yeah, it'll like reset itself after you drive it for like 50 miles. I'm like, okay. And then when I turned it on today, it was off. And I was like, oh.
I think that's stupid. The car should reset itself right away.
Well,
not
after
I watched driving
the video,
it for 100 years.
It's 50 miles. So I watched the video of a guy replace it, and his turned off right away.
Yeah.
Same car and everything. I'm like, how come his turned off right away?
I have a car question.
Yeah.
We don't know it.
Probably. I probably have a lot because I don't do cars at all.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Do leased cars have to get inspected?
Yes.
I think they get inspected before they give you the lease.
Yeah, but you lease a car for 3 years.
Yeah.
And you need an inspection every year. So, yes, I would say.
I don't know, but I don't know how leases
I
work.
have definitely not gotten my car inspected since I've had it.
Is there a sticker on there, like the square sticker with the?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stickers on there.
Oh god. Is there a
There's
sticker
my
with a
mileage
date?
sticker. Probably. Yeah, and it says don't text and drive on the other side.
That might be your registration.
No. There's I know my oil change sticker is in the top.
That sticker doesn't fucking matter.
That's the only one I know how to pay attention to.
Yeah.
I gotta change my oil too.
Oh, my oil's way overdue.
I know how to see if you have enough oil. I know the stick that you have to pull out.
The dipstick, yeah.
The dippy stick.
But I don't know how to actually do it.
It's very simple. It's very simple.
I know where antifreeze goes.
We're not going to talk about cars on this episode.
it requires, maybe half an hour of your time. That's it.
I'd rather just pay somebody.
Maybe 45 minutes.
To check your oil. What?
To change my oil.
Change your oil. Yeah, that's easy. I thought you were talking about checking your oil.
And I know where antifreeze goes.
That's good.
Hey, I know how to jump a car. Okay, I'm proud of that.
Yo, the one time. Hey, never. Okay, never. If you're driving or after you like pull into your driveway, check your antifreeze right away.
No,
because the one time
your shit's gonna get fucked.
One time, our dad, I think this was the Mustang. It could have been the van. Who knows? But I had just pulled in, so the car had not cooled down yet. And he starts like he twists it off, and this thing just explodes with antifreeze. And I'm standing right there. It's on me. It's all over his face. I think it was on his face.
Isn't
the cap was
toxic?
Like 20 feet behind the car.
Yeah. And the smell of antifreeze is so bad. I cannot stand that smell. I hate it. There's something else I wrote down that I wanted to talk about. Speaking of dad, by the way, Father's Day's coming up.
Yeah.
I was looking at that. I was looking at the calendar, and I think Shannon pointed it out. She goes, Father's Day's coming up. I go, oh shit, I gotta buy Dad some Mike and Ike's because that's what I'm gonna get him.
I don't know what I'm gonna get my dad.
I was gonna get this thing I saw on TikTok. That it was like this, like slab of wood, whatever.
Oh, cool.
It's like this nice piece of wood, whatever, and they write. They put a piece of tape in the middle, and then they write father or dad or whatever, and then they pull the tape off. So there's a space there in the middle of the word father, and then you write like all the kids' names.
Oh, that's cool.
I could do that.
But Dad wouldn't like. I was like, this isn't something Dad.
He wouldn't really care that much.
It'd just be like leaning against his side table.
Did they paint it or did they like etch it with a like?
Was it like burnt in?
Yeah.
No.
They painted it.
Yeah, paint. It looked like no. They were using like marker.
A paint marker.
Paint. Sure, I'm not very artsy, but yeah, paint marker. So they didn't burn. They didn't like brand it in or anything, or whatever. But then when they wrote the names, they definitely used. It could still have been paint marker, but I did look like a Sharpie.
Looked like a fucking Sharpie to me.
Probably a paint marker. It was probably acrylic paint.
That like at least for the father, they definitely use like I'm sure like a paint marker or whatever.
Yeah.
But for like because they were doing like cursive in the middle, it just looked like going over the pencil line, regular old $2 Sharpie.
Calligraphy.
Either way, yeah, it's cursive.
So my story still relates to cars.
It's a whole big Cars Land episode.
Big fucking Cars episode. I was driving to work the other day. I think it was on my way to work. It doesn't matter where I was driving. I was leaving my neighborhood, and to leave my neighborhood and get to where I'm going, I have to pull out of my neighborhood onto the main road and then make a U-turn to go the opposite way because I can't go left. I have to go right and make a U-turn. So I get up to the light. I'm in I was in the right hand. No, I was in the lane right next to the left turning lane. So there's 2 left turn lanes. One of them where you can make a U-turn, the other where you can just go left. And then I was in the lane next to that one. So the furthest to the left of the lanes going forward because I had yet to get over. I was waiting for the light to turn green to give me space. Light turns green. Everybody starts going. This guy in front of me is not moving. And I'm like, what's going on? So like, I see him like moving around. And he like finally fucking off to the side. And then I'm like, okay, well he moved, so I'm going to go. And I realized there was the car in front of him who is not moving. So I'm going into the left turning lane to make my U-turn. As I'm driving by this guy, I look to my right to, glare at the motherfucker holding up traffic. Dude is, let me give you an example here, all right? So like, you're looking at me, right? He's in his car and just... And I'm like, this guy's fucking asleep at his steering wheel right now. So like,
Did he die?
I'm honking.
Did he die?
Shut up. I'm honking. I like laid on the horn as I drove by. And now like people behind me are just coming up and not like, they're just kind of stopped behind him. And I see there's just a line of cars as I'm making this U-turn. The second I make the U-turn, I look back at him and I go, this dude's still not moving and is like, and then like I saw him get up to where he was because again he was 2 cars in front of me and he also switched into the lane at the same time I did, just in the car in front of me.
How old?
Couldn't have been older than me.
See, so he didn't die.
And so like he was active. It's not like we had been sitting at the red light for 10 years. He had like just moved into that lane before it turned green. And then we drive past him and just slumped, eyes closed. And then I make the U-turn and I'm like, still not moving. Still has not moved from this position. I go, this motherfucker's dead. I'm like, so I'm like looking back to like see what's going on. Cars still are just like not knowing what to do. Nobody's stopping for this guy. Finally, cars start moving around him and going through the green light. Like, fuck this asshole. And so I'm like, do I turn around? What do I do? So I just kept going. I think I was going to Shannon's house. I just went to Shannon's house and I told her about it. And I'm like, I should have listened to like the news that night because I don't know what happened. And it drives me crazy because like, again, the car in front of me went, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was in a different lane, but my recollection was I wasn't in a left turning lane yet. If I was, I just went around him and did this to make the U-turn. But like I saw him and he was just completely still and just, again, slumped over, just like,
wild.
I go, this motherfucker's dead, and he's holding up traffic because of it. It's like, die somewhere else, please. So, I hope he was asleep, but like, I just don't know how somebody could fall asleep and like be in that deep of a sleep that quickly. What does that mean?
Narcoleptic. You just fall asleep. Isn't that the one where you just kind of fall asleep anywhere?
I don't know. But like, are you like instantly out cold? And aren't you like, can't you like not allowed to drive?
It's narcissistic.
Full of yourself.
No, I knew that's not what he is, but I had to ask what that because that popped in my head, and I was like, I want to make sure what narcissistic.
But maybe he doesn't know he's narcoleptic.
Yeah, but we found out that day.
He knows now. Yeah.
I hope somebody got out to check on him, or he again woke up and like continued on. But like, Dude was, I mean, as far as I know, he's dead.
Dude, I would have stopped and been like, "Yo!"
Should have. I wish I would have stopped because like my brain just didn't process what was happening. I was just like, this asshole stopping traffic. I'm in a hurry. This light doesn't stay green for very long, so I got to go. And then I made the U-turn. I go, wait a second. He doesn't look so good.
When I come up to lights and I know they literally are only green for like 3 seconds, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
If these motherfuckers aren't moving within a millisecond after that light turned green, I'm like, come on. It's like there's 3 cars in front of me. That's all you get. 3 cars get to go, and I'm the 4th fucker who doesn't get to make it.
And like lights in Florida fucking suck. So like, you know how basically everywhere else, I assume everywhere else, at least up in Buffalo, like you get up there and there's the lights turn green at the same time on opposite sides of the road. So like at first it's the green arrow that allows cars to go left.
Yeah,
you guys don't have delayed greens.
Huh?
You guys don't have a delayed green light where like the opposite, the 2 ways of traffic where the light would turn green for them to go this way. One side's light turns green before the others does. It's called a delayed green.
Well, sometimes so like if one side has more left turning cars, they'll get the green light for straight going cars first.
Yeah, like if we're going this way,
mm-hmm.
I'm going this way. The people coming this way, they've got people going straight and a guy in the turning lane. Even if it's just one guy in the turning lane, turning left, and we've got nobody in the turning lane, and I'm going straight. They're gonna get the green light and green arrow first. They're gonna go. Then that person's to go. Green arrow turns to red or whatever, goes blank, and then they're going. Then now I get to go.
We have some of those, but we also just have like 2 straight people. But like,
yes, anti.
Yeah, 2 straight people. That's all you got there in New Jersey.
No, that's not what I meant. It's not 2.
Canceled.
Like one, so like there'll be no left turning lane.
No straight people.
No straight people. Okay.
It'll just be 2 lanes to go straight this way.
Yeah.
No left turning lane on either side. There's only like 2 of them in my town, and my town's not very big, but like that one light always gets to go before the other one does.
Yeah, no, if we had a street like that, where it's just straight lanes, the lights go green at the same time.
Yeah, and the people because there's some lights where there are left turning lanes, but like the light just doesn't care.
Yes.
Like they didn't bother turning.
We have some
putting
of those
an arrow in. So, but they just go, and the people turning left just
wait.
I gotta wait.
Yeah, you're like, wait till there's
like there's one stoplight by my to go by my house, and it's like 5 intersections. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Because in like one triangle, you can only go one way around this triangle, but then you can go it's very confusing.
You have triangles?
Yeah.
By my house. Straight people and triangles?
Straight people and triangles.
New Jersey?
It's just this one triangle that like you can only go one way around, but you could also go the other way.
You can't only go, but then also go the other way.
You can only go one way, but then you can also.
Did your nipple just pop out?
No, it didn't. Did
it? I swear it did, Dave.
There's no way, dude. I was sitting like this.
No, I saw.
I thought it was lower. Yeah, I could have. Got the blur down here for.
There's this statue in my town, and there's this triangle around this statue.
Well, we talking obtuse,
equilateral, isosceles,
isosceles triangle.
Which way can you go around the triangle?
So,
here's draw a picture statue. If you want to.
I don't have a pen near me, but if you went, so you can. There's 3 different directions that you can come from, and 1 direction you can come from away from the triangle.
Okay.
But you can also
3 coming in and possibly 1 coming this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
From what I'm understanding.
Wow.
So you can come straight off of Westwood Ave and continue down Westwood Ave. Okay. But there's 2 lanes that way. And you can so there's one lane going straight from Westwood Ave. You'll continue to just go straight. That's one option.
People are going to know your exact location now.
That's fine. You can come from Westwood Ave and go in the second lane, and then you have to go all the way around the triangle. You can only go one way completely around the triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go this way, and then you turn left, and then you can turn right to go to my house, or you can turn left to continue to go back towards Westwood Ave, or you can turn left onto Kinderkmack. And then you can come from Kinderkmack and continue to go down Kinderkmack, or you can turn left.
What kind of name is that?
You can turn left to go onto Westwood Ave, or you can turn left to go onto Westwood Ave into the left turning lane to go around the triangle to then end up back on Westwood Ave.
The whole point of all this is I'm trying to get to the point that Florida has fucking awful red lights, because instead of both lights turning green or a delayed thing happening, what several intersections do down here is a one at a time sort of situation. It's a wait your turn game here in Florida, as I'm sure you know, Sarah, from driving down here. Yeah. So one part of the intersection of a four-way intersection, Dave, focus, will go, right? So like my side gets to go. And then it'll jump over to the opposite side. They get to go after my lights turn red. And then their lights turn red. And then the people coming across one way get to go. Their light turns red. And the people coming across the other way get to go. Their light turns red. And it's back to me. So you're at an intersection for an easy 5, 10 minutes sometimes. The intersection up the street from me that I have to go every single day to get to anywhere, my side, that where I make the U-turn, turns green. If there's people in the left turn lanes, they will get the green arrow first. People will go straight. People will make left. Once the sensors see that there's nobody else in the left turning lane, they will go red. The people still going straight can go straight.
Wait,
now
there's sensors in traffic lanes?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
They're like cameras and sensors. They like know when there's cars there, so they know whether or not to turn green. Not all traffic lights, but a lot of traffic lights.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's how they can tell if one side of the road has like cars turning left and the other one doesn't. So that's why they get the green. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, so green arrow turns red. On the opposite side, they now get the green light to go straight. So now both sides are going straight, right? We're good here. And then my side gets the red light. Now they still have the green light. They're still going, and they get the green arrow. So now they're making left turns. People this way are waiting forever.
Yeah.
And then lights turn red there. Or sorry, my mistake. People are stopped. Yeah, I said that part. People are stopped here. They're going straight and turning left. They get the red light. Now people on the opposite side are going across. They get the red light or the green light and the green arrow. They get the red light. People on this side get the green light and the green arrow. And then I finally get to make my fucking U-turn again. It takes 10 fucking years for anything to happen down here in Florida because lights are fucked. Intersections don't make any sense.
Nobody's got to be anywhere. It's the retirement state.
I know, and it sucks.
Nobody's got to go anywhere, okay?
There's no time frame.
And like, if you're not, so like, there will be several times I will pull out of my neighborhood and I will see up the road that it's already the green arrow. And I go, well, I'm not fucking making it for this one. So now I got to wait 10 minutes for me to get the green arrow again. And
maybe you'd make it if you went 90 miles an hour.
I wouldn't. Because that's how fast it turns red. The second there isn't a car there anymore, red. And I'm like,
yep.
Fuck! Oh, it drives me up a wall.
So I'm looking at this your 5 corner situation you got going on in New Jersey.
You looked it up? How did you do that?
You did give away 2 street names, so it's pretty easy.
Well, I just looked up the one street name and followed it until I found a place that looked like it would have
5 corners.
A triangle.
Yeah, we've got a 5 corners in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And it's the fireman statue.
Well, I'm not on satellite view, so I can't see the fireman statue.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's kind of bananas.
I'm going to actually go satellite so I can see what's going on.
Because you can only go one way. Like, to when you get at this, when I go around it and I get at the stop sign to make my right-hand turn to go to my house, you can also turn left. But there's 3 lanes to turn left because you can either go straight left or right. At that stoplight, you can either go into 5 corners down Westwood Avenue, or you can turn left onto Kinderkmack or right onto Kinderkmack. And other traffic can come from that way. I don't know what that road's name is. By my house? I don't know what it's called.
It looks like there's only one traffic light here. Is that true?
No, there's 4.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, how does anybody go through this thing? Okay, first of all, now when you said triangle,
It is.
I thought there was a okay, but no, because actually it's a pentagon. Because like there's legitimately a pentagon shape that I'm looking at right.
You know what? Can we just give your location away and share this on the screen?
With the cross.
Okay.
That's fine.
That works.
Everybody go stalk Sarah.
No.
We're gonna give everyone your location.
No, we're just gonna show this. This is
I am
the thing.
dripping sweat.
Yes.
Oh, that's a fucking pentagon.
No, but I'm talking about Dave. I'm talking about this park over here, where your mouse is. Move.
Yeah, I can't see where you're pointing. This way.
Yeah, the little park right there.
This is a triangle.
Oh, this triangle.
No. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the intersection.
That's where the fireman statue is.
Okay, you know
that
park looks significantly easier to get around.
But listen, you see Harrington Ave here on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only go straight, or then you can get in the left turning lane. But you see,
look at that. Yeah, that's confusing as fuck. Look at this. You can go right here.
Yo, how many accidents? How many accidents happen on Harrington going the right and Harrington going?
Never.
Okay, so follow my mouse here.
Yeah.
Follow my mouse here. If you turn from Westwood onto Park Place.
Yeah, you have to go.
Hey, Park Place is in Monopoly.
You can only. You have to go. You have to go right.
That's left, Dave. That's fucking left, you idiot.
I said right. If you turn left onto Park Place.
Yeah.
You have to.
You can only go like into these.
This white line here is a stop sign.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
So these people coming from Harrington Ave to turn right onto Park Place have the right of way. Then it's the people coming from Harrington Ave turning left onto Park Place, but there's no stop sign here. So you just kind of got to wing it.
There's no stop sign to turn left on the Park Place?
No.
They don't have just like a blinking red light there or something?
No, you just wing it. You wait. You just got to wait it out.
What kind of fucked up shit is that?
This is so weird because it's like, okay, you
I
can
guess
go
because
here.
like if you had a stop sign, it would be like like you'd put a stop sign there.
No, there's no stop sign. So then if you go on the opposite side of this triangle here on Westwood Ave, we're this way right here.
That's not.
Yeah, I can't see your screen, bro.
Right here.
Dude.
Westwood Ave, where there's the 3 lanes.
Yeah.
Right here, yeah, I see the Westwood, yeah.
Okay. Right here by Park Place, where the stop sign is by Westwood Ave.
If you say right here one more time, I swear to God.
Right here where I'm circling, right?
Yeah, but that's stop sign. That white line.
Yeah, we know that's a stop sign.
So you can either go right or left.
Yeah, that's fine.
Most pointless, but it's the most pointless stop sign in the world if you're turning right because nobody is coming from the left. Because if you turn left, this is all one way.
Yeah, but the stop sign is there for people turning left.
Oh my God! Don't give away people's houses.
It's anybody could look this up. I had to be there. Okay.
The stop sign may be pointless for turning right, but it's there for the people turning left.
Yes. No, I understand. But I'm just saying I never stop at that stop sign.
Okay, well that's illegal.
Okay, so yeah.
Because you're always going right. That's why you don't stop.
Yeah. Well, most of the time I'm always going right. But then if you go left, this is all one way.
Okay.
Left is all one way.
Why is? Oh, so after this point, yeah, it's all one way.
It's all one way going that way.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
you're
come.
Chilling.
But you can come from Westwood Ave and turn left onto Park Place.
So now, if I make this fucking left here,
you make the left and you go this. Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that. You would just make the left on the Park Place.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. That's illegal.
What? You can't make that turn from Westwood to Harrington?
No, you can't go around it in the triangle like that. You can't.
That's so stupid. Yo, New Jersey is fucked.
Wait. You can't do what I just did?
You can't come from Westwood Avenue and turn onto Westwood Avenue or Harrington Avenue.
Is there a sign that says you can't do that? If there's not a sign, it's legal.
No, it's just unwritten. Like nobody.
So right here,
that's not illegal.
You can from Westwood Ave, you can only turn onto Kinderkamak. You can't do this little U-turn.
No, you can't do this.
You can.
No.
Yes, you can.
No.
If there's no sign that says I'm not allowed to, I'm allowed to.
No. Okay. So how do you get over there?
You'd make the left on the Park Place, Dave.
No, but
right.
Yeah.
So you'd be back all the way over here. You make the left on the Park Place here.
Yeah.
Oh shit. And then you get to Kinderkamak.
But let me tell you, if traffic was bad and you forgot to make that left on a Park Place, there's no sign legally telling you.
These cones are not up, so I don't know when that picture was taken.
That's fine. There's no sign legally telling you that you cannot make that U-turn.
Do not enter one-way sign.
Okay, Dave, don't give away fucking businesses. Jesus Christ.
I did it. I fucking hit something. I hit something.
New Jersey's fucked. Fuck that state.
Where I live.
Anyways, Dave, this is another thing this one I did see on that other podcast, but I wanted to bring it up to you guys.
That's a nice golf course.
Which one?
Stop looking at fucking New Jersey. I don't like elevators at all.
Why?
Because I'm claustrophobic, so I don't like the small space. Don't like it. So
I don't like the awkwardness.
I will, if given the opportunity, will always take the stairs.
It's a good way to get your steps in.
Yeah, but I don't care about that. I'm a twig, so it doesn't matter to me. So how many flights of stairs is too many?
For you to be yeah, just take the stairs because the elevator's too much for my claustrophobia.
No. How many for you guys? You wouldn't take the elevator one floor, I assume. So how many flights of stairs is too many for you guys to be fuck the stairs, I'm taking the elevator?
6.
Wow.
It
was so
cool. because I was just thinking, I basically at school I always lived on the 3rd floor, and most of the time, unless we had groceries, I always took the stairs. And at Disney and CP housing, that wasn't an option. I lived on the 3rd floor. You had to take the stairs, and those are dual staircases. So it was easily 8 flights of stairs you had to go up.
Well, no. A flight is the 1, 2.
Oh
no, a flight is
just 1. And then
2 is the second flight.
A flight is 1 if it gets you to the next level, but if it doesn't get you to the next floor, it's not a flight.
But yeah, you would get to a landing, and then you'd have to go up.
Yeah, but that's not. There's no doorway on that landing, so therefore the whole flight is to the next door.
I don't.
Fine,
agree.
we'll say a flight is one thing.
Well, because usually a flight would just get you to a flight would just be the first set of staircase.
Yeah,
and then you get to the landing, and then it's the next flight.
Okay, fine.
Maybe I would say 7 or 8, maybe.
Yeah, I would agree because Will was always on the 3rd floor, and we always took the stairs, which was 1 or 2.
So it's
3,
6
4,
flights.
5, 6. So it's 6 flights up to the 3rd floor. So yeah, I could probably do one more of those. I would say 10.
See, okay, so
on an everyday basis though.
My number is significantly higher because I hate elevators. So I lived on the 7th floor my freshman year of college of my dorm. So there was 14, if we're going based off that, there were 14 flights of stairs from the lobby to the 7th floor. And I would walk that shit day in, day out, didn't fucking care. Sometimes I would run. If I was in a hurry, I'd fucking go leaping down those stairs.
I love running downstairs. Sideways. That's the only way you can do it.
And then in my sophomore year of college, I lived on the 9th floor. Or no, sorry, my friends are on the 9th floor. I lived on the 2nd floor. So that was another 7 floors. But if I was just going right into their room, they would take the elevator. I would take the stairs 18 flights up.
Get over it.
Get it over there.
Your buildings at school are huge.
Yeah.
Just take the elevator.
Fuck the only time I would take the elevator at school is if I had to bring something that I could not carry down the stairs with me or up the stairs with me. So when I was moving in, elevator all day.
Hey Joe, you know what another thing is? Phobias are like allergies.
Get over them.
I disagree. I have a very big fear. Literal phobia. And I don't think my skin is crawling just thinking about it. I will never be able to get over it.
This is some stupid shit, I swear to God. What is it?
You know what it is.
Of birds. That's fucking stupid.
Birds.
Get over it.
I could probably cry. I am so afraid of birds.
Is it just birds or just flying like
just
butterflies?
Birds. Just birds. But larger birds. Like pretty much anything from a pigeon upwards.
I was at work the other day, or yesterday this was, or maybe it was either yesterday or 2 days ago. I was
keep
at
thinking
work,
about them.
and there was a mourning dove that flew like it was like on the ground here, and then it like kind of like flew up, and then like kind of just moved a little bit further up the path. And stop! You need to listen to this story because it's funny. And so there was this little girl. So there was these two girls, and there was this and their mother in the ECV. And so like the bird flew over the ECV and like kind of like landed like, I don't know, 10, 20 feet in front of
ECV?
A scooter.
A scooter.
Okay.
Landed like 20 feet in front of the younger of the two girls. And it's like wasn't anywhere near them realistically, but like because it like they were like walking towards it and it kind of like flew and like in her eyesight, she was just like she screamed, and her mother starts cackling in her scooter, just dying laughing. Was probably the funniest thing because like they're walking, they're having a conversation, and her daughter just screams because she saw the bird fly and land right in front of them. And so she starts screaming, and I walk past them, and I'm also laughing. And I'm like, wow, I know somebody who would do that exact same fucking thing. Immediately thought of you, and I go, that bitch is stupid. You're stupid. They're all stupid.
Well, do you want to? Here's one of. So I've actually been attacked by a couple of birds, and I think that's why I have this fear. But one of my stories of being attacked by a bird, to go with my motif of me hucking things behind me, I was on the boardwalk and I had with my phone.
Hucking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was on the boardwalk and I had ice cream and I was being swarmed by seagulls, swarmed, and I just went. And I just ran down the boardwalk, made a whole huge scene. I'm sobbing.
Did they actually attack you though, or did they
They're
just
like
flying
over, hovering around me?
They're circling.
Yeah, they were just around you.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Okay, you're a fucking child.
All right, wait.
I hope one day a seagull fucking flies at your face.
You're an asshole.
Thank you.
I had one story about a flying object thing.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for
which I will tell because I can't remember the other thing I was going to say.
I have also got a story, so when you're done with this, I've got a great one.
I was at work, and we have dock doors that are just like
doctors.
Yeah. What kind of post office do you work at?
We have dock doors. I can't.
Why is that so funny? Dock doors. You have doors to the dock.
We have garage doors.
Yeah.
That the trucks pull up to get loaded up. Either way, so when they're open, the flying objects can fly in.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on lunch one day in this little swing room, and in comes this little tiny bird.
Oh, if it's like a little one, those are fine.
Yeah, until they're not.
It's like, it was like
a little brown one.
Yeah.
Why they gotta be brown?
So he was canceled.
Include
so
all colors of birds, Sarah, please.
Okay.
We've got like 5 like booth type tables in there, and then we've got one table with like 2 chairs. I'm sitting here, and then the table's over here, and he lands right on top of the table. And I told this to Ben. So I'm sitting there and I'm eating my ham sandwich, and all of a sudden he just turns deadlock just on me. Eyes are just staring at me. And I'm like, what? I'm not giving you any of my bread. Okay. But he's just staring at me for like what felt like 5 minutes, which was probably only like 30 seconds though. But I'm just like, and I didn't want to stare at him because I didn't know what he was up to.
Yeah, you didn't want to entice him.
I didn't know if he was trying to be alpha male here, and if I looked at him, he'd come flying at me or something like that. But I was just like eyeballing him out of my peripherals, and eventually I get there's a loud noise, and he just flew away. I was like, yeah, bitch, fly away, pussy.
That's very similar to what happened to me at work yesterday. I was driving through like the very beginning of our safari. I'm driving in and I see so I'm looking at some animals, pointing at the animals, and I see there was like a fly flying around one of the antelope. And I don't know why that fly caught my attention, because then on a completely unrelated note, a different fly came and landed on my mirror, my side view mirror. And now we don't have windows, so it's just an open to the outside world.
You don't have windows, but I have dock doors.
Yeah. and it was a horsefly, so like a big ass son of a bitch lands on my mirror and starts crawling around, and I go, fuck. So I'm just like, this thing stops moving. I'm driving, I have to keep giving us fire. So I'm talking, and I am just looking. I am fucking locked onto this fly, just driving, because I know the reserve by heart, so I don't need to look at where I'm going to drive.
Oh, sure.
So I'm driving. I'm like, glancing, and I'm like, fuck this fucking. I'm like, if this thing flies into the cab of the truck, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to freak out. It's going to be like the whole bee story that I told the time on the podcast, where a bee touched my leg and I fucking, split my knee open. And I'm like, and this is a horsefly, so it was bigger than the bee. And these motherfuckers can bite like no other fucking bug can. So like, fuck this. I'm like, if this thing flies in here, I'm like creating a plan in my head while I'm trying to talk about animals. There's a rhino over there I'm trying to talk about, and this fly's still sitting there. And so I'm like, okay. So I'm like, do I grab a towel? Do I try and swat the thing and not worry? And like, just, I don't care what the people behind me think. By people behind me, I mean guests. So like, what do I do? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna grab a towel. So like, I'm like reaching down, like slowly grabbing a towel. I go over one of the cattle guards, which is the poles and the chains in the road, Dave. Okay. And as I'm like driving to the next section, the fly flies away, and I'm like, my worry was the fly's gonna get off the mirror and fly into the cab and not gonna know how to get out, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. Luckily,
then they just freak out and start flying everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. Luckily, thank God, it flew away and in front of the truck and went away. And I was like, oh, thank God. But I was like flustered for a hot second there. Yeah, so I had a very similar interaction with a fly that you had with a bird.
Oh, I definitely don't think that they're similar.
I stared down a fly just like Dave stared down a bird. That's what we were similar.
I thought you said my story.
No.
Ice cream and okay. Yeah.
The story that I wanted to tell was one time I was at the Buffalo Zoo with my mother, and we were at the food court at the zoo. We got a burger. That's not important to the story. This family was also at the zoo at the food court at the exact same time. And now the zoo is... What?
Was I there?
No, I don't think so. This zoo is, as most public places are famous for seagulls harassing people when there's food around.
Yeah.
So there's seagulls that they'll sit on top of the food court, like the building where you get the food, or they'll sit on top of the umbrellas or the light post or some shit. They'll just be up there, waiting for the chance to find a loose fry on the ground. And if there's a fry, they'll go down, they'll grab the fry, and they'll fly away again. They're never really antagonizing the people because there's umbrellas on top of us, so they can't really get to the people.
My skin hurts just listening.
So they'll sit up there and they'll wait for their opportunity. And once people walk away, they go down where the people were, and they'll usually eat the fries. However, this time, this one seagull decided to have some balls for once in its life. So there's this family. My mother and I go, and we grab our food. We go sit down. Family sitting at the table across from us. And it's like a mother, let's say her sister, a little kid, and then a kid in a stroller. And it could have been two mothers. I'm not going to assume. But they looked related. So I'm going to assume it was her sister. And so they're having a nice day at the zoo. Kids in the stroller. Now, the kid in the stroller, 2, maybe 3 years old. Could have been 4. Not that important.
4 years old and this kid's still in a stroller?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. They were at the zoo, So they're eating. And the seagull sees a child and goes, that kid doesn't know how to defend itself. Defend its food against me. I'm the alpha here. So it fucking swoops down. Motherfucking bird lands in the stroller and starts grabbing the food out of the baby's hands.
I want to take him out. I do.
Don't take him out. Grabbing the food. The slightly older kid, if I remember correctly, there was a slightly older kid, was screaming. The child in the stroller screaming bloody murder, like it was being.
I bet you that kid is afraid of birds. I promise. I promise you.
Me and my mom are dying laughing. This kid's mother, again, to my recollection, was also laughing, but also like trying to get the bird out of her child's stroller.
God.
Bird finally flies away. Kid is sobbing. I'm dying. My mother dying laughing. Because like I was still pretty young at this point. I couldn't have been any more than 12 years old. Which also may be inaccurate. I may have been older. I remember it as 12. But like, oh my God, that story will stick with me to the day I die. And I have to get the specifics from my mother because she will remember the entire thing. But like, oh my God, I'll never forget that. This seagull just fucking no fucks right into the stroller. And there was like, it got trapped because like as it flew in, it like triggered the hood to go down. So like, you know, while the hood doesn't go down all the way, it went down enough to where like it couldn't really get out anymore. So just fucking flapping away. Poor kid, traumatized. I can only imagine what they think of birds to this day.
They must be afraid of them. They must be afraid of them.
I would assume.
Seagulls aren't even the bird that I'm the most afraid of.
I mean, which makes, first of all, I feel like that should be the bird you're afraid of most because they're the most ballsy.
Yeah.
When it comes to if you have food.
It's seagulls and geese. Those are the two.
Right. But like hawks.
I'm done. I want to be done.
What if you saw an eagle?
See, but okay.
Put them back in. Put them back in. Okay, we're done.
So my question here, Joe, is how. Anyways, is how is it those creatures? What word would you like to be used here? Creatures,
aviaries,
flying objects.
You can say birds. I just don't want to get into the specifics of what they look like.
Okay, well, like
I'm not going to talk about what they look like, but an eagle has a fucking 6 foot, 7 foot wingspan.
I don't come in contact with those every day. Obviously, if I saw one, I would be super freaked out, and
that's what I'm saying.
My fingers are numb thinking about it. But like, I'm driving and I see a goose on the side of the road, I lock the door, regardless of what I'm driving.
What's it gonna do? Open the door, Sarah?
You stopped next to this goose?
I'm traveling and I'm just like lock, multiple times, and my hands get numb.
That's also the weirdest thing. Like the fucking like, my hands are numb. It's like, wow, how, what?
But I anyways.
I don't like them.
What would you say is your worst, is your least favorite bird?
Geese.
Oh, goose.
You're scared of mo. Yeah. It's a goose. Okay.
Yo, did you hear about fucking swans though?
They're right up there. They suck.
Did we talk about this last week, Dave? How swans they'll fuck a bitch up.
I feel like I remember skipping. I don't know if it was last week, but I remember listening.
Yeah, it was
and
with Tori.
when I heard the mention, I skip.
What about like a flamingo or like an ostrich?
I don't like them. I mean,
those ones.
Well, those are dinosaurs. So
those things can run like, what is it? Like 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
My nipple just popped out. But I was leaning over. I could just feel it. Got caught on.
So how the fuck do you ever go on safaris?
I've never been on safaris.
Yeah, how many birds are?
Just
also,
ostrich.
Let me tell you.
Well, pelicans and flamingos too, but the pelicans and flamingos can't fly, so.
I don't like the pelican. Let me tell you that. Oh, it is an animal kingdom. There's the Rafiki's.
The parrots. Oh, not that.
Yes.
Oh.
The parrots. One time I walked right into the middle of the show and I literally ran away crying on my CP. So like only 3 years ago. Rafiki's Animal Watch, where you can walk through Planet Watch, you can walk through everything. They tell you that you don't have to walk through the bird sanctuary. At the cast member at the beginning tells you don't have to walk through the bird sanctuary. Liars. Fucking liars. I had to walk through the bird sanctuary. Through it. In a big open space with all of these birds.
At Rafiki's? There's no birds at Rafiki's.
Sobbing. Yes, there are. Sobbing.
No, there's not.
Well, then what the hell did I walk through? Because
there's two trails that have birds. There's Gorilla Falls and Maharaja Jungle Trek.
Gorilla Falls is what I did.
Yeah.
What about peacocks?
With the big.
I like to keep my distance. Like I could be like at the zoo and I'll be like, oh, and then I'll walk the other way. Like
There was a peacock on the loose at the zoo the one time, just sitting on top of this bitch's car.
Peacocks. That's just how they like any place you have a peacock. It's just allowed to roam free.
Yeah,
I don't get like they just can't contain them.
It's because they don't bother putting like a cage on.
I guess
like
they're just like this thing's not going to go anywhere. Can peacocks even fly?
Or like yeah. What about she can't hear me. Vultures.
Put your headphones back in.
Anyways, off the bird talk.
I can still hear you because my volume's so loud in my.
Okay, but you're delaying the podcast now.
Off the bird talk. Any funny stories from anybody?
My dermatologist told me I could be allergic to margaritas.
Oh, that's
what part of the margarita?
But only if it touches my skin.
Well, gee, please don't dump it on your leg.
Well, that's an irritation. That's not a fucking.
No, but this has been here for like weeks, and I looked at her and she goes, "Have you been drinking?"
Your arm?
Yeah, right here.
I hope it's been there for at least a week.
Oh my god,
good one. This patch on my arm.
Okay.
And she was like, "Have you been drinking outside?" And I was like, "Yeah." And
Who doesn't?
And she was like, "Well, did you have a mixed drink?" And I go, I don't really remember. And she was like, "You could just be allergic to like the acidity. It's called a margarita, whatever the
margarita speck."
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Isn't that unfortunate though?
Yeah, really, because margaritas are the shit.
They're very good.
Mm.
But I'm not internally allergic to them. I'm just externally allergic to them.
Yeah, I think that's just bullshit. It's just a fucking irritation. It's not an allergy.
I think just keep it in your mouth and you'll be good.
No, okay. That was it. That was my funny story. Just the way she said it to me, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That should solve all the problems.
Yeah.
Joe, you?
I mean, I told the dead guy in the car story, so that's pretty much much what does me in. If you don't got anything, we can take it to trivia because we're almost at like 2 hours here. We're almost at an hour and a half. I thought we were way.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we're that long, but I went to go see. This is just like a quick little thing. I went to go see The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh yeah.
The other day.
How was that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any other scary movie. I'm always just like, don't fucking do it. Don't be fucking looking in that hole, man. So, yeah, I mean, it was obviously just like jumps, but with this movie, for some reason, usually it's like, if they're looking at something, and you can like tell, it's like, okay, something's coming. Obviously,
yeah.
Like the music or like there was music, and then it just kind of started getting quieter, and it's about to happen. With this movie, it felt like when it should have happened, 3 seconds later, it happened.
Oh.
So it's just like, you're like leaning into the, like, oh my God, it's going to happen. Then it's like, oh, and then, you know? Like this,
have you let your guard down?
Thing.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Yeah, this one part, he's looking to a hole, right? And he keeps and he's looking into this hole for at least 15 seconds. He just keeps getting closer, and I'm waiting for something to just like grab his eye or just like poke it, or something's gonna pop out of that hole. And then he's like, oh, and then he backs away. I'm like, oh, nothing's really. It was just, and then he turns around and there's a fucking woman just, and I'm like, holy fuck, man. I didn't scream in the movie theater this time, but yeah. So it was.
Oh my God, I remember I went to a scary movie one time. It was Insidious 3, and
it's a sketchy movie too.
I screamed like that little kid being attacked by a seagull.
And I screamed like a sissy girl.
I like a do da cha cha. But yeah, I screamed like a child. It was bad. Like I just don't do scary. I love scary movies, but like I also hate scary movies with a passion.
Yeah, I'll go see them, but I'm gonna be like,
oh, I'm gonna watch it like this. Yeah, I watch it through my hand. What I find,
but it was nice.
What I found this out very early on. If you plug your ears and watch a scary movie, it is significantly less scary.
Well, sound off, it's just funnier too.
That's true. Yeah, because it's the music. It's like the scream or the music or the something that gets you as the jump scare. It's like somebody something popping up in front of you isn't so scary if there's no sound to it. Yeah. So plug your ears, kids.
Or just don't go like me, and then you'll be.
Or don't be a pussy like Sarah.
It's better with friends too, because then you can just be like, oh well, that bitch is stupid. Why is she going down in this dark hallway? You know, you just talk shit about these. Before we go to trivia, I remembered what I was going to say before, because it's kind of like a funny thing. I was outside the other day, and as I'm walking to the door to get into the house, I hear like I start walking. I quickly just like snap my head because I thought there was a bee like buzzing by my ear. So what happens to me when I hear something buzz by my ear and it sounds really loud, I genuinely like freak out.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. So I did that because I heard it on the left. So I went like this. I jumped, looked, and it's just a fucking like motorized bicycle going down the side of it. I literally was like, really? I looked at this guy, making sure he's like didn't see me like freak out for some reason.
Oh my god, that reminds me of something too.
Oh my god, I shit my pants. I thought it was a bee.
Like when I used to run on a more regular basis, I would like I don't run anymore, is what I was saying. I would run with headphones in, as most people do, and so like you can't hear anything going on around you. So there was this one time I was running, and there were these kids on a bike. Or on bikes that rode past me. And so like I'm running on the right side, they like pass me on my left. But like again, I don't hear anything, I don't notice them, I don't hear them coming. And all of a sudden they just ride past me and I fucking mid-run just go and I go like right after I just like, oh my god, I'm like, I hope they didn't fucking see me flinch like a fucking baby. It was so bad.
Oh man, it's funny shit. Yeah, I do. I get scared so easily when it's like when I'm just like doing shit. Have my headphones in. If you're gonna come up in front of me, dude, make the loudest noise before you come over.
Yeah, you're just like, hell, hey!
If you don't say something when you're 10 feet in front of me, not when you're 2 inches.
Give me something, yeah. Oh god.
Alrighty, to trivia.
Yeah, hit us.
I think this is a new week or no?
It is. Yeah, I won last week.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyways. Oh, by the way, also, you should, for inspection of your leased car.
Yes.
The car manufacturers require you to schedule a lease inspection 60 to 90 days before you turn in your leased car.
Oh, so I have a whole other year to do that.
Yeah, so you're chilling. Sarah, you haven't been here in a while. Why don't you pick a fucking number?
17.
3, 6, 9. Damn shit. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. What was Richard Wagner's second opera that was inspired by a trip on the sea? Excuse me?
Huh?
I don't watch operas. Anybody know operas? We can skip this one.
No, we can skip it.
What's the answer, though?
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at it. Hold on.
Moby Dick.
I don't think Moby Dick was an opera.
Could have been. The Flying Dutchman. The Flying... Wait, what's that?
SpongeBob.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, what's the thing from Parts of the Caribbean?
Oh.
What's that
also
shit?
Also the Flying Dutchman.
Is it?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Sarah, pick a new number.
24.
Oh, yeah. 17. 18. What? Who served as the United States ambassador to Japan? What? Yeah, nobody knows that.
Caroline Bouvier.
Okay, let's just go to this one. What percentage of a cucumber is water? Oh. I know that. I mean, I don't know it, but I think I know it.
I guessed, but I feel like it's right. It was my first instinct.
I'm locked in.
I'm good to go.
I'm not. I changed my answer. Okay, I put 90%.
I also put 90%.
I put 99.
Oh. There's no way it's 99%. Oh, fuck. 96?
96. Dude, I was going to put 95. So, okay, well, Sarah, it
went
doesn't matter
over.
if you got closest.
I know.
Because me and Joe are the same. Yeah, somebody just told me because I was talking about watermelon. They were like, watermelon. And they're like, yeah, well, cucumbers and watermelons are like the same thing.
It's also the same thing with celery, I'm pretty sure.
So what do we get there, Dave? 2 points each?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't feel like answering something else.
Good.
But I do want to know what this answer is. How much Monopoly money do you collect for finishing
looked at
second
that.
in a beauty contest?
200.
By anybody?
300. 150.
So
200.
150 from Joe, 200 from Sarah.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 175.
$10. What kind of fucking beauty contest is that? Oh, it's second.
Oh, did I finish?
How much do you get for first?
I don't know.
The celery is 95% water, just so you know.
Oh.
Hey. Okay, well, me and Joe get a point. That's fun.
2 points, Dave. 2 points.
2 points. That's fun. Hopefully I win this week.
Hopefully. Sarah.
Yes.
Where can the people reach you?
On my Instagram, SARAAABAYLES. The Kick-Ass Glass at the Kick-Ass Glass on Instagram, and then my thrift page, which is at Handpicked Vintage XX on Instagram. And I don't really use any other social media, so
Okay.
well, you got people.
And your eat of the week, of course.
Oh shit! My eat of the week, probably Chipotle.
Oh fuck
I
yeah!
Fucked up some Chipotle. It was pretty good. And usually when I order delivery, it's like not as good, or like they don't give me like as much. They crushed it.
Yeah.
And it was so good this time. So
wow.
Props to you guys at the Chipotle.
Dave, shut up.
Could you hear what I was saying?
No.
Chipotle?
I was saying Chipotle is my
life.
Anyways, Dave.
Or it's a vine, actually.
I have to go back to Chipotle because I've only had it once and I didn't like it. So
you're
only once.
Evidently, I am in the wrong here against the whole country.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I like Moe's, but
anyways. Moe's is good too, but Chipotle is fucking phenomenal.
Underscore David Sharkey underscore. Which I think my TikTok is the same thing. Wait, what, Joe?
You didn't say on what?
Oh, it's Instagram. Which I also think my TikTok is the same way. And I almost posted this TikTok the other day. It took me about probably an hour to record this thing because it was this duet of a dance. And I literally just kept screwing up, but I just put it in my drafts because I still screwed up and I didn't like it. But it was funny. I literally was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was bored and I was scrolling through TikTok and then I was like, I set up this ring light and everything, got a good angle. And I was like, no, I fucking suck at this. I look like a robot dancing. So Twitter, DShark101. And my eat of the week, we'll go with half of a turkey sub that I had yesterday. Don't know where it was from because my mother got it. But it was pretty tasty. Lunch meat turkey, not turkey.
Not like carved turkey.
Not carved turkey, lunch meat turkey with like lettuce, mayo, took the tomatoes off, hucked them in the garbage.
Yep, fuck that shit.
And yeah, like a regular Italian roll.
Nice.
On to you, Joe.
You can follow me on my photography Instagram at Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram is Secret Agent Sharky, and my YouTube channel at Joe Sharky. My eat of the week is I've been eating out a lot. I've decided to I'm lazy again. I don't want to make food. That and I haven't gone grocery shopping in like 3 weeks, so kind of running out of food. So it's tough. I had a lot of good shit this week. I'm gonna go with very recently, Wawa, the gas station / amazing food place that I always go to, has recently introduced several new food items. Two of those being a hamburger and fries. And I go, how good can a gas station hamburger be?
Good, dude. Let me tell you, good.
Amazing. It's only available after 4 p.m. and until 2 a.m. So I was getting gas because, the price of gas went up and I was out of gas. So I was getting gas at Wawa. So I go, I'm here. I saw an ad on the gas pump for a burger. And I go, it's after 4 p.m. I'm hungry. I'm getting a fucking burger. So I walk in, order a burger, order fries, of course, as the side. God, I fucking love it. And that's the second time I've had it. So I knew it was going to be good. But oh my fucking God. It is unbelievable how good this hamburger and fries are. Like the fries are just the right, they're done just right.
Important.
They're nice and crispy, but also nice and chewy on the inside. Mushy on the inside, I guess. Phenomenal. Great fries. The burger, I got mustard, ketchup, and lettuce. On it. I go, I know I got something else on it. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud.
Yeah. Of Wawa. Corner stores and gas stations, they'll make
shock
some good food.
Yeah. You hit me up with a fucking chicken roller from 7-Eleven, I'm the happiest man on earth.
Chicken taquito, buffalo chicken taquito.
Oh, delicious.
Oh.
Anyways.
You might have some stomach problems if you eat.
Oh, yeah. You're going to shit your brains out later, but. And I always do the fucking 5 for $4 deal.
What's that?
Obviously
I know what it is.
Yeah,
but
if you get 5 rollers, you only pay $4 for them, and I'm like, that's fucking.
I've never been there when they've had that, or I just never noticed it because
I've
only ever gotten.
No, it's definitely 5 for $4.
Most I've gotten is 2.
Yeah, every time I walk in and they have the promotion going, I get 5.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so my stomach hates me afterwards, but boy, am I happy. Anyways, you can follow the Twitter or the what? You can follow the the podcast on Twitter. Follow the podcast on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD.
You really could have just saved yourself, Joe, and just said you can follow the TikTok of the podcast at
Yeah.
But
follow us on Twitter at CSGPOD. Follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Shuffle Podcast. And Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere else you listen to your podcasts, all The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you, Sarah, again for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you, and we'll definitely be using you a lot because it's getting harder and harder for us to find people to join us because I've run out of friends to ask.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few guests.
We have had quite a few guests. I do think I have somebody for next week, which is cool. Somebody we've never had before, so we'll see what happens with that. But we'll text you last minute if we need you. Also, guys, make sure you're subscribing because Sarah's eventually going to fucking get an Instagram post together for us.
I know.
You really dropped the ball on me there, but it's okay. You've been dealing with some stuff the past couple of weeks. It's fine. Okay. It's okay. We won't bring it up.
I mean, it gives you guys more time to subscribe and get
exactly. And so just make sure you're subscribing because eventually we will get some an Instagram post up for you guys to be entered to a giveaway to win one of 3 shot glasses from the Kick-Ass Glass, Sarah and her mother's company, business company. I don't know what the fuck you'd call it, but make sure you subscribe to be halfway entered to win that. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. We appreciate those 30 of you. We lost one of you. I don't know who the fuck you are, but eat my ass. We appreciate the 30 of you that are currently subscribed. We'll catch you guys next week, or we'll talk at you guys next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
See you later.